Hello, my dearest confidant. The other day, I did a video on how to retrieve eggs from an egg-bound duck, and I wanted to go over how I knew that she was having issues in the first place. And I'll do a couple of little short videos and pictures at the end of this, so that way you can see exactly what it is that I'm talking about. My particular duck that I'm having the issues with the egg binding is, she's between 4 and 5 years old, which is still kind of young for a laying duck. I know for chickens it's different. But she's a bigger girl, and so I think that's part of the reason why she's having issues. I've also noticed that she has part of her cloaca sticking out, so it's kind of like a hemorrhoid situation, which makes it harder to push. Anybody that has hemorrhoids know that they can go in and out. They can cause problems sometimes, and sometimes they go away. And I feel like it's the same sort of issue with her. She also has issues with her canal not necessarily straightening out properly, and the eggs are sometimes sideways, and so that makes her push harder. And so with the very first thing that I noticed was her walking around with her back end hunched. So like when they walk, usually they're walking with their backs like this, but hers was more like this. And I'll have a picture of that for you to see. I noticed her tail was fanned out a lot. She breathes heavy a lot, and more than my other girls. She's bigger, so some of that's to be expected. But when you put all of the symptoms together, I knew something was wrong, right? And her butt, her feathers underneath her cloaca, you know, the exit, were wet when the rest of her wasn't. And so because there was an egg stuck, she wasn't able to shoot the poop out like she normally would be able to. And so it was dribbling down her body, and making her stay wet down there. Something else that I noticed too, a lot of tail shaking, a lot of tail wagging. And not, you know, ducks wag their tails all the time. They wag them when they're happy. They wag them when they find something they like. They wag them to like shake off, you know, if they trip over something, they wag, wag, wag. But she's wagging for no reason. Like, she's chilling, she's relaxing, and she's wagging. And so, all of those things together. And then of course I was watching her, like sitting here watching her one day, and I noticed that she was straining, right? And so then I look, and there was actually an egg that was getting pushed to the opening, and I'll show you a picture of that. And then she couldn't get it out, so then it was sucking back up into the canal. And so it looked like she was fine. Like if you're just walking by, you just say, oh, okay, hey, Penny, there's a duck. But then you put all that stuff together and you realize that there's an issue. And so egg binding doesn't have to look like, oh, there's an egg half sticking out of this duck. No, it can look like a whole bunch of different things. And there you have it. And so if you need any help with anything and you don't have an avian vet in your area, reach out and I'll help you out. I love you. Until next time.